and 14. So meron pong tinatayang o meron pong 222 graduating cadets na paparangalan dito at o ika nga'y magtatapos po pagkatapos nga po ng mahigit sa 4 o na taon ng kanilang pananatili dito sa loob ng PMA. So pagdating po ng ating Pangulo dito sa may bahagi ng Fajardo Grandstand ay sisimula na nga ang program proper ng ating graduation rites at iba't iba po yung masasaksihan natin dito maliban po sa talumpati ng ating Pangulo. Ina-expect din po natin ang talumpati ng ating valedictorian o yung valedictory speech nga po ika nga ni George ni Cadet First Class George Leona. Nalalapit na po si Presidente Aquino dito sa may bahagi ng Fajardo Grandstand. Nariyan na po sila sa may bandang likuran at anytime ayan na ina-expect na po natin ang kanyang pagdating. At kapag ka po dumadating ang Commander-in-Chief Major Flores, ano po yung parang nagiging normal lang nararamdaman ng ating mga graduating cadets?
Ibig sabihin po, papalapit na ang final time nila bilang kadete.
Apo.
At magiging mga tiniente na po sila. At yun nga po yung karangalang nararamdaman ng ating mga kadete na mamaya-maya ay personal nilang makakamayan
Apo.
ang presidente ng Pilipinas upang kanilang personal na tanggapin ang kanilang diploma. Kaya so kung ano man ang nararamdaman nila, I do believe nag-uumapaw sila sa kasayahan at finally yung 4 na taon nila sa PMA ay nagkaroon na din ng bunga.
Ayan, so talagang mixed emotions po talaga yung nararamdaman ng ating mga graduating cadets. Samantala mga kaibigan, nakikita po ninyo ngayon na sinalubong na po si Pangulong Aquino ni DND Secretary Voltaire Gazmin na isa rin po sa mga guests dito sa pagtatapos ng mga kadete ng Philippine Military Academy, Siklab Diwa Class of 2014. Nariyan din po si AFP Chief of Staff General Emmanuel Bautista at ang head po ng Academy na si Superintendent Major General Oscar Lopez. At nakikita po ninyo na pababa na po si Pangulong Aquino. Dire-diretso na po siya dito sa may bahagi ng Fajardo Grandstand. At gaya nga po ng nasabi ko kanina, pagdating po niya mismo dito sa may grandstand, sisimulan na po natin ang graduation ceremonies ng ating Pangulo. Naririnig po ninyo ngayon yung formal na pag-anunsyo ng arrival ni Pangulong Benigno Simeon Aquino III. At po ay sinalubong din ng ilan po sa mga presidential security at pababa na po sila ngayon dito sa may bahagi ng Fajardo Grandstand at anytime ay sisimulan na po natin ang ating programa para nga po kayo po ay nakatutok pa rin dito sa ika-100 at 9 na commencement exercises ng Philippine Military Academy Siklab Diwa Class of 2014.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, good morning. Today's ceremony begins with the entrance of the Philippine Military Academy Band.
Today's parade is dedicated to all proud parents and loved ones of the members of PMA Siklab Diwa Class of 2014. Today marks the beginning of another milestone in your sons and daughters' military life. As the 4 years of hardship and training in PMA comes to an end, another chapter in your sons and daughters' life is about to begin. The Philippine Military Academy, their proud alma mater, welcomes all of you in our hallowed grounds.
Attention call has just been sounded, signaling the entrance of the Cadet Corps Armed Forces of the Philippines. The Philippine Military Academy started with the establishment of the Academia Militar on October 25, 1898 at Malolos, Bulacan, by the power of a decree issued by the Philippine Republic President, General Emilio Aguinaldo. The school was awarded its graduates regular commissionship in the Armed Forces of the Philippines, which lasted until 20 January 1898 before hostilities between the Filipinos and Americans erupted. On 17 February 1905, an officer school of the Philippine Constabulary was founded at the walled city of Intramuros in Manila. 3 years later, on 01 September 1908, the school was transferred to Baguio City, initially at Camp Henry T. Allen and subsequently at Teachers Camp. On 08 September 1926, the Philippine Legislature passed Republic Act 3496, which renamed the school the Philippine Constabulary Academy and lengthened its course from 9 months to 3 years, with provisions to strengthen the faculty and revise its curriculum. On 21 December 1936, Commonwealth Act No. 1, also known as the National Defense Act, was passed. The act formally created the Philippine Military Academy and authorized to confer a Bachelor of Science degree to its graduates after they successfully complete the 4-year course. The outbreak of World War II disrupted training in the academy. Classes of 1942 and 1943 graduated ahead of schedule, and its members were assigned to combat units of Bataan and other parts of the country. Many perished in the war. On 05 May 1947, the academy reopened at Camp Henry T. Allen. Due to the need for wider grounds, the academy moved to its present site at Fort del Pilar in Lawakan, some 10 kilometers away from downtown Baguio City and named after the young hero of Tirad Pass, General Gregorio H. del Pilar. It was developed into a military training institution with facilities and infrastructures required by a growing academy. In the 1960s, the academy underwent major changes as socio-humanistic courses were added to balance the techno-scientific disciplines with a view towards providing a well-rounded education that is relevant to the needs of a growing AFP.
With the implementation of Republic Act 7192, the acceptance of women in the academy was introduced. With this act, the academy made a step towards the recognition of women's status and equality. The female cadets have undergone practically what their male counterparts have been tasked to do. Although living separate quarters, they have been accorded equal treatment and training. Today, the Philippine Military Academy remains focused on its vision to meet the international standard of military academies by the year 2028. Its mission adheres to the philosophy that adopts a holistic view of man as body, soul, and spirit. This concept is aptly captured in the PMA mission statement: to instruct, train, and develop the cadets so that each graduate shall possess the character, the broad and basic military skills, and the education essential to the successful pursuit of a progressive military career as a value-centered leader in selfless service to the armed forces of the Philippines and the nation. These young men and women in front of you compose the Cadet Corps Armed Forces of the Philippines, coming from different regions of the archipelago, ranging as far north as Batanes to as far south as Tawi-Tawi. They were carefully selected through a series of competitive mental and physical examinations. These cadets represent different levels of our society and from all walks of life. These cadets before you are the future leaders of our armed forces and our nation.
As soon as the platoons occupy their respective places, the brigade adjutant designates Alpha Company as the base company. In the brisk manner called the adjutant's trot, the brigade adjutant makes her way midway between the line of troops and the troop commander. In like manner, the battalion adjutants join their respective battalion staff. The brigade adjutant orders all platoon guides and sergeants to take their posts in line with their platoons. As the chorus ordered the standing parade dress, the band shall play a martial tune. A PMA cadet is a government scholar, and as such, pays no tuition or other charges for studying in the academy. As a government scholar, He becomes a member of the Armed Forces of the Philippines and receives a salary that is between a pay of a Chief Master Sergeant and a Second Lieutenant. Board and lodging is free, along with the medical and dental services. Excellent recreational facilities are also available. The Academy is steeped with traditions that develop the cadets to become persons of gentle breeding and strong character. To this day, and even until they had shed their uniforms, they carry in their hearts the sacred coat of arms, the seal of their covenant, their direction and only path that bears the guiding light of courage, integrity, and loyalty. It also envisions being the institution of fineness and competence, having the common goal of creating the forthcoming leaders of our nation, obtaining the character, attitude, and refinement, having the mission of training the cadets in cultivating their abilities, in supervision of the guiding principle, wherein holistic development will take part. Consequently, while inside the threshold of this great institution, the cadets must endure the harsh training. They will be guided to various societal connections. In addition, taught a choice of discipline that will improve their abilities and awareness, which is the requirement as future officers of the Armed Forces of the Philippines.
These cadets whom you now see in information are awarded a government scholarship, which leads to a guaranteed noble career in the service to our country and people. The challenge, however, is tough. The personal sacrifices are many, as they always are, when a worthwhile goal is sought. The Academy will exact a number of demands on time, a degree of pressure and stress, and some limitations on personal freedom. Out of the challenges, and by the end of 4 years, will evolve a leader to whom the door opens to a wide area for opportunities and satisfaction that comes with it. Regardless of their faith or creed, cadets attend religious services in either Catholic or Protestant chapels in PMA. Muslim cadets exercise their right of worship inside Fort del Pilar, while the Iglesia ni Cristo, Anglican, Aglipayan, and Baptist cadets go to their respective places of worship in Baguio City. It is a military obligation that they are required to perform. Finally, after 4 long years of hard work and training comes graduation week. For the first-year cadets, it means an elevation as upper class cadets. To the second-year cadets, it is another year of completion closer to their goals. To the third-year cadets, this signals the start of the last year as cadets, during which time they shall assume overall leadership of the Corps. And to the seniors, graduation signifies the beginning of a life of service to our country and people as regular officers of the Armed Forces of the Philippines.
Manda at tanghal sandata.
The audience is requested to stand. It is enjoined to sing with pride the Philippine national anthem.
Mga pinuno, puway kamoy! No! Kamoy!
Thank you. Please be seated.
Baba! Sandata!
The brigade adjutant faces about, salutes and renders the brigade commander that the cadet corps is formed.
Gino! Handa na po ang patikas! Sumulunan ka! Mga pinuno! Antabay! Bunot! Dalis!
In a short while, the brigade commander will give a series of commands for the corps to execute the manual of arms.
Pagsasanay sa paghawak ng sandata sa kanang balikat
Starting with
na
right shoulder arms,
sa kaliwang balikat na
left shoulder arms,
agok na
port arms,
siyasat na
order arms,
siyasat na
inspection arms,
agok na baba
The brigade commander orders the adjutant to account the troops.
Magbulat!
After receiving the reports, the brigade adjutant faces about, salutes and renders the brigade commander. Sir, the corps all present and accounted for.
Ginoo, mga talupan, narito na pong lahat at napag-alaman!
The brigade commander then orders the adjutant to publish the orders of the day.
Ihayag ang kautosan! Makinig! Sa kautosan! Ang nakatalaga ngayon! Punong tagapamahala! Kapitan, Kalukag! Sa utos ni Lakan Brigues! Mga pinuno! Pumarap at pumagitna! Kan!
After publishing the orders, the brigade adjutant gives the command officer center march. She then proceeds to her position with the brigade staff as cadet officers from each battalion march forward to receive instructions from the brigade commander.
Communications, orders, and disseminations must pass through proper channels. This is a practice observed in the military profession, which signifies the importance of the chain of command. Through the chain of command, a more effective and efficient working arrangement results among men of arms. Now, approaching the grandstand, ladies and gentlemen, are the members of the chain of command. The officers of the Cadet Corps Armed Forces of the Philippines. Upon the salute of his officers, the brigade commander acknowledges, gives instructions, and directs them to proceed back to their respective posts.
sa malikod ko. God!
The brigade commander orders the corps to present arms to present the corps to our guest of honor, His Excellency Benigno Simeon Aquino III, President of the Republic of the Philippines and the Commander-in-Chief, Armed Forces of the Philippines.
Tanghol! Ta!
The audience is requested to stand.
Opo yung tanghol. Ta! Pinababa.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Ta! Baba! Ta! Pino, handa na po ang mga talupan upang libutin.
Pino! Kanan! Right! Slow! Left!
Military ceremonial parades have been established to bestow honor to the Philippine flag, our national symbol. Recipients of awards and decorations are also accorded this honor. This is followed by the inspection of the troops if the reviewing officer so desires.
President Benigno Noynoy Aquino III was born on 08 February 1960 in Manila. He took his secondary and tertiary education in Ateneo de Manila University, where he finished Bachelor of Arts in Economics. President Aquino III is an economist by training and public official by profession. He served 3 terms as a congressman of the 2nd District of Tarlac before placing 6th in the May 2007 senatorial elections that earned him a 6-year mandate as Senator of the Republic of the Philippines. Prior to his assumption as the President of the Republic of the Philippines and Commander-in-Chief, Armed Forces of the Philippines, he handled various positions such as Chairman, Committee on Local Government, Vice Chairman, Committee on Justice and Human Rights, Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, 13th Congress of the Philippines from November 2004 to February 2006. He was also a member of the House of Representatives from 1998 to 2007.
Tawad. Tawad. No!
Ladies and gentlemen, trooping in line before you is our guest of honor, His Excellency Benigno S. Aquino III, President of the Republic of the Philippines. He is accompanied by Major General Oscar P. Lopez, Armed Forces of the Philippines, the Superintendent of the Philippine Military Academy, and by the Brigade Commander, Cadet First Captain Clint Aquiles Ramos.
Among his priority bills include Senate Bill number 1370, which is an act granting an annual productivity incentive to all workers in the private sector, establishing mechanisms for its implementation, and for other purposes. Senate Bill number 2035, an act requiring the regular maintenance and preservation of all public infrastructure, and Senate Bill number 2036, an act increasing the penalties for non-compliance of the prescribed increases and adjustment in the wage of rate workers.
Looking back at history, tripping the line was brought about by the invasion of mainland Greece by the Dorians in 1200 BC. This is the act of inspecting the soldiers before and after each battle. Today, we still observe this military tradition to signify the common trust between the troops and their commander. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest of honor, His Excellency Benigno S. Aquino III, President of the Republic of the Philippines.
Thank you. Please be seated. At this point, we will now witness the changing of guard ceremony.
Ang mga kadeteng nakatakdang mamuno! Umarap at umagitna! God!
Today marks the transition of leadership of the Cadet Corps Armed Forces of the Philippines from PMA Siklab Diwa Class of 2014 to PMA Sinaglahi Class of 2015.
Mga kadeteng namumuno! Antaboy salong! Kalis! Tas! Sak! Ba!
The incoming cadet officers render salutes to the outgoing cadet officers. It signifies an old cherished tradition of accepting the responsibility of directing and leading the Corps of Cadets.
kamay. Na! Okay na ba kamay? Na! Mga kadeteng! Namumuno! Aba kamay! Na!
As the outgoing cadet officers acknowledge the salute of the incoming cadet officers, it symbolizes the trust and confidence given to the new leadership. The platoon leaders will now relinquish their command to their incoming second-class counterparts. The company commanders and their staffs will now turn over their command to their incoming second-class counterparts. The battalion commanders and their staffs will now relinquish their command to their incoming second-class counterparts. The brigade staff will now turn over their command to their incoming second-class counterparts. And finally, the brigade commander will now turn over his command to the incoming brigade commander.
Ang mga kadete! Nakatakdang magsipagtapos! Umarap at pumagitna! Dad!
As the sentimental journey of the Siklab Diwa class begins, the Sinaglahi class of 2015 stood proud and beholden on the milestone that the class of 2014 imparted to the Corps, assuring the rest of the Corps that indeed, the cycle of leadership must go on for the fulfillment of the commitment to serve the country and its people.
po ay nakatutok pa din mga kaibigan sa ika-109 na commencement exercises ng Philippine Military Academy. Siklab Diwa Class of 2014 dito po mismo sa may bahagi ng Borromeo Field sa loob ng General Del Pilar o Camp General Del Pilar. At kanina po inatunghayan ninyo yung ilan po sa mga mahalagang aktibidad ng mga graduating cadets. Kabilang na nga po dyan ang turnover ng Cadet Corps Armed Forces of the Philippines Chain of Command. At natunghayan po natin kanina sa nabahagi po niyan ay yung turnover ng leadership sa kanilang mga second class at kabilang na rin po dyan yung pagpapalit ng brigade commander o nagsagawa po ng turnover kanina lamang. At kung mapapansin po ninyo kanina ay naglakad si Pangulong Aquino mismo sa may bahagi ng Borromeo Field. Yan po ay bahagi ng inspection of troops. At sa mga nakaraan pong graduation rites ng Philippine Military Academy ay nakaboard o nasa sasakyan ang Pangulo o ang Commander-in-Chief ng Armed Forces of the Philippines. Pero ngayong taon ay binago po ito at kapansin-pansin na naglakad sa ilalim ng sikat ng araw si Pangulong Aquino. At sa ngayon po ang nangyayari po na nakikita ninyo ngayon ay ang formation of troops ng ating mga graduating cadets dito po sa Philippine Military Academy na magsisilbi pong mga future na hero o bayani at pinuno ng ating bansa. At kanina nga po ay nabanggit ko na sila po ay mga nakahanda ng magsilbi sa ating bayan at sa ating sambayanang Pilipino. Mamaya po ay magsasagawa rin ng kanyang valedictory speech ang class valedictorian ng Siklab Diwa na si George Leona ng Daraga Albay. At mamaya rin po ay magsasalita naman si Pangulong Aquino para sa bahagi ng commencement address kung saan naasahan natin na magbibigay ng mga payo si Pangulong Aquino para sa mga graduating students na ito. Nasa 222 po ang mga graduating cadets ngayong taong ito. Ito po ang pinakamalaking bilang ng listahan ng gagraduate dito po sa Philippine Military Academy. Ayon po yan kanina kay Major Agnes Lynette Flores. At mamaya rin po ay aabot yung mga special awards and honors ng ating mga top-notchers, ng ating top 10 top-notchers at yung ilan pa pong mga special awards. Pangungunahan po ni Pangulong Aquino yung pagbibigay ng parangal kay George Leona, kay Cadet First Class George Leona na siya pong class valedictorian. Samantalang tatanggapin naman po ni Liza Dango ang Vice Presidential Saber. Si DND Secretary Voltaire Gazmin naman po ang mag-aabot ng Secretary of National Defense Saber kay Billy Codiam na siya pong ikatlo sa ating mga top-notchers.
Annotation lahat.
Kami po ay inyong napapanood sa Telebisyon ng Bayan nationwide, PTV Channel 4 at live din po kaming naririnig sa Radyo ng Bayan 738 sa Maynila at sa mga provincial radio stations ng Philippine Broadcasting Service. At maaari nyo din po kaming sundan sa aming website sa rtvm.gov.ph para sa ating live streaming at sa www.ptv.ph. Makikita nyo po mga kaibigan yung bakas sa mukha ng ating mga graduating cadets habang sila po ay nagsasagawa ng kanilang formation, o formation of troops na tinatawag. At sigurado po na nangingibabaw sa pakiramdam ng mga magulang ng mga graduating cadets po na yan na maipagtapos yung kanilang mga anak. Sabi nga po nila, bonus na lamang kapag may natanggap pang honors o awards na matatanggap ang kanilang mga anak. Pero ang pinaka-importante po dito mga kaibigan ay ang selebrasyon ng pagtatapos ng 4 na taong pananatili sa loob ng Philippine Military Academy at pagkatapos nga po nito ay sasabak na sa tunay na mundo ang ating mga graduating cadets dito sa loob ng Camp General Gregorio del Pilar. Iba-iba po ang emosyon na atin pong nakikita. Sa hanay po ng ating mga magulang ay bakas po ang emosyon.
Please stand for the invocation to be led by Colonel Tirso A. Dolina, Chaplain Service, General Staff Corps, Chief Chaplain, Armed Forces of the Philippines.
Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love is everlasting. Almighty God, we lift our minds and hearts to adore your divinity as we gather on these hallowed grounds for the graduation ceremony of the PMA Siklab Diwa Class of 2014. On behalf of these cadets who are about to graduate and to be commissioned as officers of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, we beseech you to accept our humble prayers and supplications. Most gracious God, we bow to you in thanksgiving, for you sustained the health, endowed with knowledge, and shaped the heart and spirit of these cadets through their academic and military training in order to attain through discipline and sacrifice the diploma that they honorably deserve. Sanctify the life of these young men and women, O God, as they make the sacred oath to protect the people and to secure our sovereignty and territory. Direct them as they fulfill their mandate as military officers, endowed with courage, integrity, and loyalty. When duty calls them to accomplish the mission as peacemakers and peacekeepers, direct them to remain steadfast, to follow the straight path, and to abide with your sacred voice in their conscience, to respect human rights and protect human life. But we believe and acknowledge, O God, that without your grace, human nature is bound to fail. Without your protection, we are exposed to the perils of this mortal existence. Without your guidance, we live our life without purpose and meaning. So in loving faith and confidence, we entrust these graduating cadets to your divine providence and protection. Shield them against the enemy of body and spirit. Strengthen their will to resist temptation. Sustain them with your constant provision. Continue to bestow your blessing upon the Philippine Military Academy. Bless our honored guests, the loving parents, brothers, sisters, families, and loved ones. Hear their silent prayers and reward their vicarious sacrifices. With sincerity, we implore your distinct benediction on His Excellency Benigno Simeon Aquino III, our President and Commander-in-Chief. Finally, may the God of life, the God of providence, the God of our history and our destiny, bless, protect, and prosper us, our country, the Philippines, in peace. All this we humbly pray in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you. Please be seated. We will now hear the welcome remarks of the Superintendent, Philippine Military Academy, Major General Oscar P. Lopez, Armed Forces of the Philippines.
His Excellency Benigno S. Aquino III, the President of the Republic of the Philippines and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, the Vice President, Honorable Jejomar Binay, the Secretary of National Defense, Honorable Voltaire Tuvera Gasmin and Mrs. Gasmin, ma'am, the Australian Ambassador to the Philippines, His Excellency Bill Twiddle and Mrs. Twiddle, the Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines, General Emmanuel T. Bautista and Mrs. Bautista, the Commanding General of the Philippine Air Force, Lieutenant General Lauro Catalino G. de la Cruz, sir, the Flag Officer in Command, Philippine Navy, Vice Admiral Jose Luis Alano, the Commanding General, Philippine Army, Major General Hernando Iriberi, the Commandant of the Philippine Coast Guard, Vice Admiral Rodolfo I. Sorena, Congressman of the Lone District of Baguio City, Honorable Nicasio Aliping Jr., sir, the Governor of the Province of Benguet, Honorable Nestor Fongwan, the Governor of the Province of Albay, Honorable Joey Salceda, the Chairman of the PMAAI, Major General Jose Maria Solquillo, sir, Honorable Congressman Sherwin Gatchalian of Valenzuela City, Secretary Rene Almendras, Cabinet Secretary, sir, Chairman Cristino Nagiat of PAGCOR, sir, delegates from the Foreign Armed Forces Attaches, parents, relatives, and friends of the members of the Siklab Diwa Class of 2014, PMA officers, other guests, Cadet Corps Armed Forces of the Philippines, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. In behalf of the PMA community, I welcome you all, parents, friends, loved ones, professors, tactical officers, men and women of PMA, and the whole Filipino people represented by our President and Commander-in-Chief, His Excellency President Benigno S. Aquino III, to this graduation parade and commencement exercises of the Sundalong Ikararangal ng Lahing Bayani sa Diwang Wagas 2014 or Siklab Diwa Class of 2014. Please join me in giving our graduates a thundering round of applause. This is the day we are all looking forward to, since these cadets were received by their second classmen in April 4 years ago. This is the day that acknowledges all the hard work, all the sacrifices and dedication given, not just by the cadets, but also those who supported them along their journey. Graduates, you know very well that behind all your sweat and tears is the incomparable delight of receiving quality education, character building, and the invaluable opportunity to lead and serve the armed forces of the Philippines, all for free. Your graduation is indeed a dream come true, not only for you and your parents, but also for your professors and tactical officers. This is the day that you transition to become officers in the regular force of the armed forces of the Philippines. Happily ever after, this familiar line proclaims that no matter how difficult situations are, no matter how horrible villains are, the hero always wins. The good prevails, and so the story ends with everyone living happily ever after. According to the philosopher Aristotle, happiness is an activity of the soul in accordance with perfect virtue. It is in perfect virtue in which lies our complete happiness. Honor, therefore, which is only a minimum standard of ethical behavior, is an essential requirement for happiness. That is, all human persons, whether military or not, whether in training or not, whether PMA or not, must practice it if it is happiness he desires. The honor code and the honor system that we fortunately have in PMA are just instruments towards this goal. The honor system works for the honor code, and the honor code itself works for the honorable life. Ultimately, it is life that must be transformed by the honor system. What makes the hero to always win despite all odds is that he has already won himself by living a perfectly honorable life, so that the happily ever after that is sought for is actually just the fruit of this sturdy tree of goodness planted in love. To the graduates, as you begin your journey as officer in this noble profession of arms, embrace this responsibility within the realms of the AFP core values in our transformation roadmap: honor, service, and patriotism. As you go on with your career, trials will definitely come along your way. During those times, always remember our motto: courage, integrity, and loyalty. The same values you have respected and carried out in your 4 years here. Remember how these values shaped your life as a cadet and how it guided you to your success. Always carry it out with pride and dignity, and surely it will lead you to the right path of your career. As you leave the portals of our alma mater, you will be facing greater odds and more horrible villains. Continue to live up to our motto. Only then can you make your alma mater proud. Congratulations to the Siklab Diwa class of 2014, and again, I welcome you all.
We shall now witness the presentation of the graduates by the Dean of Academics, Colonel Joseph P. Villanueva, Corps of Professors, General Staff Corps.
All the requirements of the course of study, the Philippine Military Academy. And therefore recommend to confer upon them the degree of Bachelor of Science.
For having satisfactorily completed all the requirements of the course of study in the Philippine Military Academy, and upon the recommendation of the Academic Board, the PMA Superintendent will now declare the members of PMA Class 2014 graduates and confer upon them the Bachelor of Science degree.
By virtue of the authority vested upon me as the Superintendent of the Philippine Military Academy, I hereby declare you the members of Class of 2014 graduates and confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science effective this date. Congratulations.
We shall now witness the distribution of diplomas and presentation of awards. The President of the Republic of the Philippines and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, His Excellency Benigno S. Aquino III, will present the diplomas and the awards. The PMA Superintendent, Major General Oscar P. Lopez, Armed Forces of the Philippines, the Commandant of Cadets, Colonel Rosano D. Brigues, Philippine Air Force General Staff Corps, and the Dean of Academics, Colonel Joseph P. Villanueva, Corps of Professors General Staff Corps, will assist the President. We shall call on the graduating class according to the military precedence list. The military precedence list is determined by their overall performance in all the academic and tactics courses during their stay in the academy. Cadet First Class George Miliena Leona, Daraga Albay. For graduating number 1 in the military precedence list of Class 2014, the Presidential Sabre is awarded to Cadet First Class George Miliena Leona. The award is presented by His Excellency Benigno S. Aquino III, President of the Republic of the Philippines. And for being the #1 graduating cadet joining the Philippine Air Force, the Philippine Air Force Sabre is awarded to Cadet First Class George Miliena Leona. The award is presented by Lieutenant General Lauro Catalino G. de la Cruz, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Commanding General, Philippine Air Force. Cadet First Class Liza Humawid Dango, Cagayan de Oro City. For graduating #2 in the Military President's List of Class 2014, the Vice Presidential Sabre is awarded to Cadet First Class Liza Humawid Dango. The award is presented by the Honorable Jejomar C. Binay, Vice President of the Republic of the Philippines. And for being the #1 graduating cadet joining the Philippine Army Sabre is awarded to Cadet First Class Liza Humawid Dango. The award is presented by Major General Hernando Delfin Carmelo A. Iriberi, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Commanding General, Philippine Army. Cadet First Class Billy Kasibi Kodyam, Tanudan, Kalinga. For graduating #3 in the Military President's List of Class 2014, the Secretary of National Defense Sabre is awarded to Cadet First Class Billy Kasibi Kodyam. The award is presented by the Honorable Voltaire T. Gazmin, Secretary of National Defense. Cadet First Class Leo Mac Calweng Tulyao, Peña Blanca, Cagayan. Cadet First Class Noel de Venecia Ragindin, Dagupan City, Pangasinan. For being the #1 graduating cadet joining the Philippine Navy Sabre is awarded to Cadet First Class Noel de Venecia Ragindin. The award is presented by Vice Admiral Jose Luis M. Alano, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Flag Officer in Command, Philippine Navy.
Cadet First Class Carlito Christopher Pajarillo Agustin, Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. Cadet First Class Frank Habien Anzale, Babatngon, Leyte. Cadet First Class King Christian Dennis Marca Argoso, Gumaca, Quezon. Cadet First Class Greg Philip Lesmoras Monsalud, Cagayan de Oro City. Cadet First Class Alvin Cantala Balangkod, Kapangan, Benguet.
Cadet First Class Maverick Ray Cordova Mira, Bantayan, Cebu. Cadet First Class Dario Tabarnero Reyes, Delfin Albano Isabela. Cadet First Class June Galima Curpuz, Bacnotan, La Union. Cadet First Class Raymond Solivel Kion, Digos City, Davao del Sur. For obtaining a year-end average of at least 9.0 and for being included in the Dean's List for 2 terms and the Commandant's List for 3 terms during the academic year, the Distinguished Cadet Award, Starman, is presented to Cadet First Class Raymond Solivel Kion. The award is presented by Major General Oscar P. Lopez, Superintendent, Philippine Military Academy. Cadet First Class Ramon Bossy Vinoya Jr., Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. Cadet First Class Joannes Paul Lion Contreras, Bawan, Batangas. Cadet First Class Curlin K. Ibanez Asuncion, Tacloban City. Cadet First Class Precious Jewel Abad Forosuelo, Tagum City, Davao del Norte. Cadet First Class Mark Lester Dunuan Bakay, Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. Cadet First Class Crisanto Ivan Gamueda Canua, San Mateo, Rizal.
Cadet First Class Leonora Bote Paulino, Aritao, Nueva Vizcaya. Cadet First Class Ilnoel Manalad Vergara, Capas, Tarlac. Cadet First Class Emueljan Plaza Perez, Esperanza, Agusan del Sur. For obtaining a year-end average of at least 9.0 and for being included in the Dean's List for 2 terms and the Commandant's List for 3 terms during the academic year, the Distinguished Cadet Award, Starman, is awarded to Cadet First Class Emueljan Plaza Perez. The award is presented by Major General Oscar P. Lopez, Superintendent, PMA. Cadet First Class J.M. Bacani Tagufa, Albano, Isabela. Cadet First Class Jeric Christian Nunag Papa, Noveleta, Cavite. Cadet First Class Reynald Alcocer Villaister, Bislig City, Surigao del Sur. Cadet First Class Raymart Ungos Daduya, Calasiao, Pangasinan. Cadet First Class Rald Maiko Labro Pinca, Palapag, Northern Samar. Cadet First Class Reynel Hernandez Capunpon, Victoria, Oriental, Mindoro. Cadet First Class Albert Edmond Buan Paras, Apalit, Pampanga.
Cadet First Class Jundi Adrian Paul Oranga Peralta, Naga City, Camarines Sur. Cadet First Class Stuart Cagas Mancera, Tampakan, South Cotabato. Cadet First Class Eric Joe Gregory Pelahio, Naga City, Camarines Sur. Cadet First Class Feliciano Alagase Aguaviva Jr., Malaybalay City, Bukidnon. Cadet First Class Renato Patlunag Bahian, Carmen, Davao del Norte. Cadet First Class Lloyd Casuga Rosete, Coronadal, South Cotabato. Cadet First Class Alexander Cipriano Balungaya Jr., Rizal, Cagayan. Cadet First Class Mike Anthony Peñaredonda Mogol, Tayabas, Quezon Province. Cadet First Class Virgil Thomas Acolicol Visabella, Consolacion, Cebu. Cadet First Class Carmelo Jimenez Jeronimo, Dasol, Pangasinan.
Cadet First Class Berseniel Indanao Daguman, San Pablo, Zamboanga del Sur. Cadet First Class RG Masamok Barawed, Bambang, Nueva Vizcaya. Cadet First Class Paul Ryan Usiones Asibuque, Valencia City, Bukidnon. Cadet First Class John Carlo Abelio Tabaculde, Pagadian City. Cadet First Class John Eric Balgos Arcangel, Llanera, Nueva Ecija. Cadet First Class Ray Jude Perez Dagohoy, Isabela City, Basilan. Cadet First Class John Leo Salas Romero, Binalonan, Pangasinan. Cadet First Class Dixon Balignasay Meligrito, Ramos, Tarlac. Cadet First Class Ivy Janine Tanpenco Marimat, Tacloban City, Leyte. Cadet First Class Clint Aquiles Garcia Ramos, Talibon, Bohol. For graduating as a Brigade Commander of the Cadet Corps Armed Forces of the Philippines, the Chief of Staff Sabre is awarded to Cadet First Class Clint Aquiles Garcia Ramos. The awards presented by General Emmanuel T. Bautista, AFP, Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines.
Cadet First Class Edmil Galvante Joven, Buhi, Camarines Sur. Cadet First Class Juanito Araw Sidayaw, Legazpi City, Albay. Cadet First Class Emilson Sanchez Flores, Binmali, Pangasinan. Cadet First Class Arnel Gasias Urbina, Tuwao, Cagayan. Cadet First Class Rodolfo Gaten Benitez, Binmali, Pangasinan. Cadet First Class Rona Calao Salvacion, Lipa City, Batangas. Cadet First Class Jude Salibad Salangoy, Tabuk City, Kalinga. Cadet First Class Crister Paulo Mercadal Lamatan, Lapu-Lapu City, Cebu. Cadet First Class Hazel Velasco Lanto, Lipa City, Batangas. Cadet First Class Erwin Balagao Romo, Zamboanga City.
Cadet First Class Jeffrey Paulo Valeroso Alba, Digo City, Davao del Sur. Cadet First Class Carlo Nino Riales Bacsarsa, Cebu City. Cadet First Class Ray Anthony Bailosis Mantigue, Cotabato City. Cadet First Class Juan Nino Orgel Miraflor, San Pedro, Laguna. Cadet First Class Jericho Pimentel Yabot, Dipakulaw, Aurora. Cadet First Class Julius Cesar Capili Labay, Tanay, Rizal. Cadet First Class Bernabe J. Macam Zambale, Tugigaraw City, Cagayan. Cadet First Class Kevin Asegurado Clariño, Rizal, Laguna. Cadet First Class Aaron Michael Cabanilla Cosart, Toledo City, Cebu. Cadet First Class Clevin Pation de la Torre, Toboso, Negros Occidental.
Cadet First Class Jairus Orculio Fantin, General Santos City. Cadet First Class Roldan Tampor Valle Cruz, Rosario, Cavite. Cadet First Class Mark Anthony Villalba Brit, Placer, Surigao del Norte. Cadet First Class Angeline Broa Samaniego, Polangi, Albay. Cadet First Class Jacqueline Ariete Mejia, General Santos City. Cadet First Class Rafael Vicente Talens Cubilian, Surigao City. Cadet First Class Nursafe Naga Radia, Marawi City. Cadet First Class Gibeon Arba Dizon Sales, City of San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. Cadet First Class Philip John Ulalan Bugayong, Baguio City. Cadet First Class Aniza Noreen Aguayaway Monje, Bambang, Nueva Vizcaya.
Cadet First Class Kazel May Bastasa Campusano, Quezon City. Cadet First Class Joyce Jimenos Omac, Dagohoy, Bohol. Cadet First Class Genesis Basco Gutierrez, Santa Rosa, Nueva Ecija. Cadet First Class King James Tadeja Aldave, Dingalan, Aurora. Cadet First Class Wilson Miliendez Flordeliza, Pagadian City, Zamboanga del Sur. Cadet First Class John Robin Sindayjego Bernal, Lapu-Lapu City. Cadet First Class Roderick Inga Aliaon, Lubuagan, Kalinga. Cadet First Class Jermaine Roy Mamparo Diaz, Davao City. Cadet First Class Dar Lennon Gabe Papas, Lugait, Misamis Oriental. Cadet First Class Ralph Nathaniel Lacuesta Factor, Piddig, Ilocos Norte.
Cadet First Class Kenneth Basinilio Cabalya, Labrador, Pangasinan. Cadet First Class Jefferson Balanova Nobleza, Itbayat, Batanes. Cadet First Class Gerson Fernandez Sanchez, Taguig City. Cadet First Class Danmar de Guzman Palma, Taguig City. Cadet First Class Neo Labaco Hasigan, Bagumbayan, Sultan Kudarat. Cadet First Class Alexis Andal Tumbali, Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. Cadet First Class Kim Adrian Ronario Martal, Alfonso, Cavite. Cadet First Class Isaac Benigno Carrera Regacho, Taguig City. Cadet First Class Wilmer Mora Trapsi, Palawig, Zambales. Cadet First Class John Paul Sarza Villas, Lubang, Occidental, Mindoro.
Cadet First Class Archie Aba Dumloan, Initaw, Misamis Oriental. Cadet First Class Gilrex Gomez Narciso, Cagayan de Oro City. Cadet First Class Carl Christian San Roque Macaraig, Santa Mesa, Manila. Cadet First Class Bonifacio Masao Banganan Jr., Tanudan, Kalinga. Cadet First Class Jeneline Palahi Cabrido, Ginubatan, Albay. Cadet First Class Rolly Yanzon Lopez, Ligao City, Albay. Cadet First Class Anthony Dolomenti Ferril, Cagayan de Oro City. Cadet First Class Geoffrey Bautista Ibalia, Himamaylan City, Negros Occidental. Cadet First Class Colin Paul Palapos Magallanes, Parang, Maguindanao. Cadet First Class Brian Olaso Villena, Haro, Leyte.
Cadet First Class Norman Tayo Sorila, Baguio City. Cadet First Class Adam Aji Malihaw Asenas, Cagayan de Oro City. Cadet First Class Charlie Andes Bernaldez, Bakakay, Albay. Cadet First Class Jessa Ilarde Mendoza, Taguig City. Cadet First Class Denny Ralph de la Peña Fernandez, Tabuk City, Kalinga. Cadet First Class Chris Paulo Cuenca Tan, Davao City. Cadet First Class John Michael Namoco Acabal, Santa Catalina, Negros Oriental. Cadet First Class Kim Paulo Arada Lopez, Lipa City, Batangas. Cadet First Class Christian Patetico Pascasio, San Pablo City, Laguna. Cadet First Class Edward De Chavez Luña, Sorsogon City.
Cadet First Class Lawrence John Acfiawen Duran, Tubao, La Union. Cadet First Class Nunex Miguel Junco Miranda, Tagum City, Davao del Norte. Cadet First Class Lee Julius Arquilia Moniz, Taguig City. Cadet First Class Aaron James Lolos Mameta, Bulan, Sorsogon. Cadet First Class San Alexis Pararuan Perez, Gimba, Nueva Ecija. Cadet First Class Vincent Bert Cachapero Salido, Cagayan de Oro City. Cadet First Class John Earl Dagami Navarra, Palo, Leyte. Cadet First Class Michael Haleco Paqueyo, Pagadian City, Zamboanga del Sur. Cadet First Class Ranjan Samaupan Palacio, Ginubatan, Albay. Cadet First Class J.N. Fernandez Orbase, General Santos City.
Cadet First Class Edilberto Toribio Panes, Coronadal City, South Cotabato. Cadet First Class Allen Lester Mangadlao Prisco, Butuan City. Cadet First Class Florence Keith Ramos Javier, Rojas, Isabela. Cadet First Class Melissa Eliorin Bongbong, Ordaneta City, Pangasinan. Cadet First Class Dalton John Guillermo Lagura, Don Carlos, Bukidnon. Cadet First Class Arthur Vincent Ariola Vidad, Taguig City. Cadet First Class John Warner Gabutin Ang, Cotabato City. Cadet First Class Ronald Dumlao Velasco, Santa Rosa, Nueva Ecija. Cadet First Class Brian Padillo Bacaling, Oroquieta City, Misamis Occidental. Cadet First Class Andrew Pitag Olasik, Tanudan, Kalinga.
Cadet First Class Bianquiheimer La Chica Edra, Sarat, Ilocos Norte. Cadet First Class Robin Tagawtaw Kalweng, Lubwagan, Kalinga. Cadet First Class Louis Von Key Maghopoy Nicopior, Santa Barbara, Iloilo. Cadet First Class Enrian Gonzaga Yabea, La Carlota City, Negros Occidental. Cadet First Class Manuel Dinamling Buhong Jr., Kiangan, Ifugao. Cadet First Class Diardito Creyos Layan, Dumanhog, Cebu. Cadet First Class Jason Fernandez Soldevilla, Alamada North, Cotabato. Cadet First Class Angel Mar Serdone Regalado, Mekawayan City, Bulacan. Cadet First Class Armando Calma Carillo Jr., Cagayan de Oro City. Cadet First Class Jasper Angelo Cantero Martinito, Cagayan de Oro City.
Cadet First Class John Carl Pasilan Mallorca, San Carlos City, Negros Occidental. Cadet First Class Dexter Bayuca Baton, Banawe, Ifugao. Cadet First Class Carlos Maala Vera Cruz, Lipa City, Batangas. Cadet First Class Bonfrey Dublado Malapit, Pasig City. Cadet First Class Rex Barry Texon Season, Zamboanga City. Cadet First Class Lou Christopher Lampa de la Cruz, Lipa City, Batangas. Cadet First Class Martin Lariobis Famador, Cagayan de Oro City. Cadet First Class Julan Millares Ocharan, Kamalig, Albay. Cadet First Class Aljoy Perez Bautista, Binmalay, Pangasinan. Cadet First Class Jules Christian Mar Absin Atig, Liloy, Zamboanga del Norte.
Cadet First Class Eljun Pakibot Abok, Cagayan de Oro City. Cadet First Class James Ducalio Sobreda, Barotac Nuevo, Iloilo. Cadet First Class Arben Kamingawan Mambat, Magsaysay, Lanao del Norte. Cadet First Class Frederick Albert Cruz de Vera, Caloocan City. Cadet First Class Mark James Pantaleon Lorenzo, Lanzones, Zamboanga City. Cadet First Class Vanna Clyde Damay Tumbaga, Pasil, Kalinga. Cadet First Class Norman Oliver Hamamoto Adlaon, Labangan, Zamboanga del Sur. Cadet First Class Gerald Ribocas Mamaril, Cavite City. Cadet First Class Christopher Lloyd Melegrito Saldua, Valladolid, Negros Occidental. Cadet First Class Clayford Panangon Gabino, Aguinaldo, Ifugao.
Cadet First Class Winchell Galapia Wamil, Paway, Ilocos Norte. Cadet First Class Alvin Perez Busiños, Tantangan, South Cotabato. Cadet First Class John Paul Makilan Muñoz, San Carlos City, Pangasinan. Cadet First Class Philip Reynard Nantona Texon, Santa Rosa, Laguna. Cadet First Class Hazel Ann Luwad Basigsig, Bislig City, Surigao del Sur. Cadet First Class Regine Padua Regalado, Taguig City. Cadet First Class Ismael Rafael Trinidad Sansiangco, Tanawan City, Batangas. Cadet First Class Ralph Adrian Villanueva Salvacion, Lipa City, Batangas. Cadet First Class Brian Sonny Sumugat Arlegui, Puerto Princesa City, Palawan. Cadet First Class James Cariaga Balila, Badoc, Ilocos Norte.
Cadet First Class Jason Cabrera Cantina, Santiago City, Isabela. Cadet First Class Franz Arvin Rasco Balmaceda, Vinzons, Camarines Norte. Cadet First Class Rohel Noche Garcia, Lipa City, Batangas. Cadet First Class Eduardo Diego Rarugal Jr., Gamu, Isabela. Cadet First Class Nico Kagindangan Pendihito, Cagayan de Oro City. Cadet First Class Michael Gerald Meravil Tuazon, Gapan City, Nueva Ecija. Cadet First Class Eljun Riel Gapol Nuway, Calamba, Misamis Occidental. Cadet First Class Chuck Aizan Bautista Velasco, Alicia, Isabela. Cadet First Class James Balanza Diana, Anini Antique. Cadet First Class Marlo Dasmariñas Hermo, Tacurong City, Sultan Kudarat.
Cadet First Class Joseph Ferdinand Arcibal Pontillas, Cainta, Rizal. Cadet First Class Jeffrey Torres Herona, Bacolod City, Negros Occidental. Cadet First Class Jeron Abaracoso Nablo, Tuguegarao City. Cadet First Class Robert Calatrava Ching, Pasay City. Cadet First Class Krister Lawrence Maure Tabelon, Bugalyon, Pangasinan. Cadet First Class Romel Rodelo Moranya, Buhi, Camarines Sur. Cadet First Class Melman Lopez Itaas, Cagayan de Oro City. Cadet First Class John Del Saberon Shakor, Mandaue City, Cebu. Cadet First Class William Suiza Hiponya Jr., Prosperidad, Agusan del Sur. Cadet First Class David Joshua Villanueva Rojo, Bacolod City, Negros Occidental.
Cadet First Class Jedramil Rojas Balmeo, Bacong City, Negros Oriental. Cadet First Class Matt Halago Binyas, Pasig City, Iloilo. Cadet First Class Aljerico de Torres Macazar, Lopez, Quezon. Cadet First Class Marvin Alteliero Alegre, City of Malolos, Bulacan. Cadet First Class Kevin Cale Eriarte, Tandag City, Surigao del Sur. Cadet First Class Loreto de la Peña Fernandez, Tabuk City, Kalinga. Cadet First Class Rogin Anihal Ligaya, Naik, Cavite. Cadet First Class Leonard Talaban Liper, Kabangkalan City, Negros Occidental. Cadet First Class Desmond Ergiza Castillo, Basista, Pangasinan. Cadet First Class Vladimir Rancon Corpus, Malaybalay City, Bukidnon.
Cadet First Class Hisop Jonathan Calisura Erardo, Baguio City. Cadet First Class Joffrey Kim Litilit Aligo, Bauco Mountain Province. Cadet First Class Diosdado Joseph Pase Tunilon, Cebu City. Cadet First Class Soaidan Gimba Ayada, Digos City, Davao del Sur. Cadet First Class Martin Alfonso Fenuliar Floresca, Baguio City. Cadet First Class Lelani Araneta Veluz, Cagayan de Oro City. Cadet First Class Elrico Marino Fontanilla de Guzman, Zamboanga City. Cadet First Class Herobem Ontolan Alabado, Cagayan de Oro City. Cadet First Class Jolimar Nonado Sulit, Zamboanga City, Cebu. Cadet First Class James Riel Espida Otilia, Parang, Maguindanao. Cadet First Class Muhammad Cesar Apalia Sali, Shasi Sulu. Cadet First Class Ernaline Aguinaldo Fernando, Tabuk City, Kalinga.
We will now hear the valedictory address of Cadet First Class George Miliana Leona, Cadet Corps, Armed Forces of the Philippines.
Sa ating pinakamamahal na Pangulo, kagalang-galang na Benigno S. Aquino III, sa ating ikalawang Pangulo, Jejomar C. Binay, sa kalihim ng Tanggulang Pambansa, Voltaire T. Gasmin, sa buting Gobernador ng Albay, Joey S. Salceda, sa pinuno ng Sandatahang Lakas ng Pilipinas, General Emmanuel Manny Sundalo Bautista, sa pinuno ng Hukbong Himpapawid ng Pilipinas, General Lauro Catalino G. de la Cruz, sa pinuno ng Hukbong Dagat ng Pilipinas, Vice Admiral Jose Luis M. Alano, sa pinuno ng Hukbong Katihan ng Pilipinas, Major General Hernando Delpin Carmelo A. Ereberi, sa Superintendent ng PMA, Major General Oscar P. Lopez, mga ibang opisyal at panauhin, sa aming mga guro at mga tactical officers na naging gabay namin sa nakalipas na 4 na taon, sa aming mga pinakamamahal na pamilya at mga kaibigan, sa mga bisita, sa aking mga mista na bumubuo ng Siklab Diwa Class of 2014 at sa Cadet Corps Armed Forces of the Philippines, isang mapagpalang araw po sa inyong lahat. Sa mga sandaling ito, aking naalala ang lahat ng aking napagdaanan. Naalala ko po na nangarap akong magkaroon ng magandang edukasyon. Nangarap akong na matulungan ang aking pamilya na makaahon sa kahirapan. Nangarap din po ako na makapagsilbi ng tapat sa ating pinakamamahal na bayan. Habang nakatayo po ako sa inyong harapan, bukod sa ito ang kaganapan ng aking mga pangarap, ay samot-saring emosyon ang aking nararamdaman. Nalulungkot ako't lilisanin ko na ang akademya na humubog sa amin upang maging marangal na leader. Subalit, natutuwa ako at natapos ko na ang pinangarap kong mabuting edukasyon. Nagpapasalamat ako sa pagkakataong ito na tinuruan ako ng aking masipag na ama at ng aking buting ina na magpursige upang makamit ang aking mga mitiin sa buhay. Ako po ay nasasabik na magsisimula na ang aking pangarap na mapaglingkuran ng tapat ang ating bayan. Ano nga po ba ang kahalagahan ng graduation? Isa lang ba itong seremonya? Isang pagkilala sa pagkumpleto ng isang bachelor's degree? Para po sa akin, ang graduation ay isang pintuan na magbubukas sa atin ng panibagong oportunidad sa ating buhay. Mapapalad tayong mga magsisipagtapos sapagkat hinubog at hinanda tayo ng PMA upang magampanan ang ating posisyon sa AFP. Ang graduation ay ang simula ng ating pagtahak na tuwid na landas upang mas maging epektibong opisyal, magkaroon ng panibagong pananaw sa buhay at panibagong pag-asa ng kinabukasan. Ang ating kinabukasan ay parang araw sa bukang liwayway. Alam po natin na kahit anong mangyari ay sisikat at sisikat ito. Nasa ating mga kamay na kung gaano natin hayaang maging maliwanag ang sikat ng ating mga araw. Maraming mga ulap na maaaring tumakip sa sikat nito. Ito ay ang mga pagsubok na ating kakaharapin sa ating buhay. Kaya nararapat lamang na ating isapuso ang mga aral na itinuro ng ating pinakamamahal na akademya. Courage, integrity, at loyalty na mas pinatibay pa ng ating honor code at ng edukasyon na nakuha natin dito. Ano nga po ba ang edukasyon na ibinibigay ng PMA? Taas no ko pong masasabi na hinubog ng PMA ang kanyang mga anak upang maging epektibong leader ng AFP. Tinuro ng PMA na sa dinamikong kalagayan ng ating seguridad mula sa internal security operations, internal peace and security plan, at territorial defense, dapat ay patuloy pa rin nating pangalagaan ang human rights, international humanitarian law, at ang rule of law. Higit pa sa pagsupil sa kalaban, dapat na lagi nating hangarin na pagtagumpayan ang kapayapaan at makuha ang tiwala ng sambayanang Pilipino. Hindi po kami mag-aatubiling unahin ang kapakanan ng aming mga boss, ang sambayanang Pilipino, sapagkat ito po ang aming sinumpaang tungkulin. Kaya naman po ay lubos ang aming pasasalamat sa ating Commander-in-Chief, Mahal na Pangulong Benigno S. Aquino III, sa panguna sa pagtahak ng matuwid na landas at sa pagtataguyod ng mga programang modernisasyon para sa ating hukbong sandatahan at sa patuloy na pagsuporta sa ating mga sundalo sa pamamagitan ng mga proyektong pabahay at iba pang benepisyo. Pinapabatid ko rin po sa kalim ng Tanggulang Pambansa Voltaire T. Gasmin ang pasasalamat naming mga kasundaluhan sa inyong walang sawang pagsuporta sa sandatahang lakas, lalong-lalo na po sa Philippine Military Academy. Nais din po naming iparating ang aming taus-pusong pasasalamat sa pinuno ng sandatahang lakas ng Pilipinas, General Manny Sundalo Bautista, na siyang naging instrumento upang mas maging profesional ang ating sandatahang lakas. Sa punto pong ito, nais ko rin pong pasalamatan ng aking mga magulang. Ang akin pong diploma at mga parangal ay aking inaalay sa inyo na nagsilbing inspirasyon ko upang magpursige at pagtagumpayan ang aking pag-aaral dito sa akademya. Salamat din po sa aming mga butihing guro, mga opisyales at mga upper class na siyang naging dahilan upang mailabas namin ang aming angking kakayahan at sa paghubog sa aming pagkatao habang kami ay nasa akademya. Salamat din sa aming mga underclass na patuloy na sumusuporta bagamat sila ay amin ang iiwanan. Naway ipagpatuloy ninyo ang mga magagandang gawain na itinuturo sa atin ng ating institusyon. Sikapin nyo ring pagtagumpayan ang lahat ng mga pagsubok na inyong kakaharapin habang kayo ay nasa akademya. Nagpapasalamat din po ako sa aking AYLC family na parating umaalala at nagpapakita ng suporta sa amin. At sa aming gobernador na nagbuhat pa po sa lalawigan ng Albay, Governor Joey Salceda, sir. Maraming salamat po. Maraming salamat po sa inyong suporta, lalong-lalo na po sa aming mga albayano. Nais ko rin pong pasalamatan ang sambayanang Pilipino sa patuloy na pagtitiwala at pagsuporta sa mga programa at pulisiya ng Sandatahang Lakas ng Pilipinas. At higit sa lahat, salamat sa poong may kapal sa pagbibigay sa ating mga magsisipagtapos ng oportunidad na maging instrumento ng kapayapaan at kaunlaran sa ating bayan. Muli, maraming salamat po sa paglalaan ninyo ng inyong oras upang pakinggan ang aking mumunting tinig. Kaisa ko po ang mga miyembro ng PMA Siklab Diwa Class of 2014 sa pagseserbisyo ng tapat at sa pagtahak ng tuwid na landas para sa igagaganda ng ating bayan.
The Secretary of the Department of National Defense, the Honorable Voltaire T. Gazmin, will now declare the commission of the 222 members of Siklab Diwa Class of 2014.
Pursuant to Section 31 of the National Defense Act as amended, you are hereby commissioned as second lieutenants or ensigns in the regular force, armed forces of the Philippines. Congratulations.
We shall now witness the oath-taking of our newly commissioned officers of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. The Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, General Emmanuel T. Bautista, AFP, will administer the oath.
Mangyaring itaas ang inyong kanang kamay at sumunod sa akin. Ako si, sabihin ang inyong pangalan. Nang, sabihin ang inyong tirahan. Na itinalaga sa katungkulang bilang ay taimtim na nanunumpa natutuparin kong buong husay at katapatan sa abot ng aking kakayahan ang mga tungkulin ng aking kasalukuyang katungkulan at ng iba pang pagkaraan nito'y gagampanan ko sa ilalim ng Republika ng Pilipinas na aking itataguyod at ipagtatanggol ang saligang batas ng Republika ng Pilipinas na ako'y tunay na mananalig at tatalima rito. Na susundin ko ang mga batas, mga utos na ayon sa batas, at mga dekreto na pinaiiral ng mga sadyang itinakdang may kapangyarihan ng Republika ng Pilipinas. At kusa kong babalikatin ang mga pananugutang ito na walang anumang pasubali o hangaring umiwas. Kasi nawa ko ng Diyos. Binabati ko kayong lahat.
The members of PMA Class of 2014, after having been declared graduates of the Philippine Military Academy, are now alumni of this revered institution. They shall now take their oath of membership to the PMA Alumni Association Incorporated. To administer the oath is the chairman of the PMAAI, Major General Jose Maria G. Solquillo, Armed Forces of the Philippines, retired.
Members of PMA Siklab Diwa Class of 2014, raise your right hand for your oath of membership and repeat after me. I state your name. Having been accepted as a regular member of the Philippine Military Academy Alumni Association Incorporated, do hereby solemnly swear that I will faithfully perform my duties and responsibilities as a member thereof, abide by its articles of incorporation and bylaws, obey the rules and regulations promulgated by its board of directors, uphold the Cavalier's Code of Conduct, adhere to the PMA's motto of courage, integrity, and loyalty, and be guided in all my undertakings in life by the spirit of the Cadet Honor Code, which I have imbibed in my training at the Philippine Military Academy, and that I impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily, without mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Now bring down those hands. Welcome to the PMA Alumni Association Incorporated. May God bless all of you in your future endeavors as graduates of the PMA in your service to our country and people. Congratulations.
The Secretary of National Defense, the Honorable Voltaire T. Gasmin, will now introduce our guest of honor and commencement speaker.
Mga kababayan, ang punong pangkalahatan ng sandatahang lakas at Pangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas, kagalang-galang Benigno S. Aquino III.
Maupo tayo. Cadet Second Class Carino, kindly give the troops tikas pahinga. Vice President Jejo Marbinay, Ambassador Bill Tweedle, Secretary Voltaire Gasmin, Secretary Serene Almendras, General Manuel Bautista, Lieutenant General Catalino Larry del Cruz, Vice Admiral Jose Luis Alano, Major General Hernando Delfin Carmelo Iriberi, Vice Admiral Rodolfo Aisorena, Major General Oscar Lopez, Colonel Tirso Dolina, Retired Major General Jose Solquillo, Congressman Nicasio Aliping, Congressman Sherwin Gatchalian, Governor Nestor Fongwan, of course, Governor Joey Salceda, Mayor Bobon Perez, members of the Foreign Armed Forces Attaches present, Unified Commanders, other flag officers, and men and women of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, PMA Siklab Diwa Class of 2014 and the Cadet Corps Armed Forces of the Philippines, families and friends of the PMA Siklab Diwa Class of 2014, fellow workers in government, honored guests, mga minamahal ko pong kababayan, magandang tanghali na po sa inyo lahat. Ngayong araw po, tumatawid ang ating mga kadete patungo sa pagiging opisyal ng ating uniformadong hanay. At bilang mga pinuno, mabigat ang tungkuling nakaatang sa kanilang mga balikat. Ayon nga sa ating saligang batas, ang sandatahang lakas ng Pilipinas ay tagapangalaga ng sambayanan at ng Estado. Ang layunin po nito ay siguruhin ang ganap na kapangyarihan ng Estado at ang integridad ng pambansang teritoryo. Tanging sa mga uniformadong hanay ngang tulad ninyo, ipinagkatiwala ng Estado ang pagtataglay ng mga armas. Kaya naman inaasahan sa inyo na gamitin ito hindi para abusuhin at maging kasangkapan ng karahasan, kundi upang pangalagaan at proteksyonan ang ating kapwa at bandila sa lahat ng pagkakataon. Buo ang kumpiyansa kong isasabuhay ng lahat ng kasapi ng Class Siklab Diwa ang prinsipyong ito at mananatili kayong tapat sa inyong sinumpaang tungkulin. Batid ko nga po, dangal ang isa sa mahaligi ng institusyong ito, ang dangal ng pagiging kawal, ng pagsusuot ng inyong mga uniforme at ng pagsaludo sa ating bandila. Ang dangal ng pagkakaroon ng isang sandatahang lakas na talaga pong nabawi na ang paghanga at tiwala ng ating mga mamamayan. Kaya naman ang hamon sa ating lahat, kung tungkulin nating pairalin ang honor code sa loob ng institusyong ito, panindigan din natin sana sa labas ng PMA. Kung bawal magsinungaling sa klase at sa kapwa kadete, di ba't hindi rin dapat hayaan ang sinuman, kapwa man sundalo o karaniwang mamamayan na linlangin at paikot-ikutin ang kapwa at ang saligang batas. Kung mahigpit na itinatakwil ang pandaraya sa mga pagsusulit, iwasan din sana ang panalamang sa procurement ng mga armas at kagamitan. Kung may parusa ang pangungupit ng gamit sa kaeskwela, tumulong din kayong panagutin ang nagnanakaw sa pondong pinagpawisan ng taong bayan. Apat na taong kayong hinubog ng institusyong ito upang isabuhay ang kagitingan, integridad at katapatan. Subalit, saka pa lamang magsisimula ang tunay na mga pagsubok sa pagiging kawal paglabas ninyo rito sa Fort del Pilar. Gaya ng mga nauna sa inyo, haharap kayo sa sangandaan, susubukin ang inyong prinsipyo ng ilang mapanlamang, sisilawin nila kayo ng yaman at kapangyarihan. Bilang Commander-in-Chief, umaasa akong kung gaano ka-automatic sa inyo na ilapat ang tsorya at taktikang inyong natutuhan sa tunay na bakbakan ay sa rin sanang tatag ng inyong prinsipyong itakwilang mali at pumanig sa katwiran. Dahil higit sa anumang yaman at kapangyarihan, ang pananagutan at integridad ang dinadakila ng ating mga boss. Di ba't kapag hinayaan ninyong apihin ang karapatan ng taong bayang sinumpaan ninyong protektahan at paglingkuran, hinayaan ninyo na ring apihin at yurakan ang inyong mismong karapatan. Batid ng inyong gobyerno, nakabahagi kayo ng lipunang inyong pinoprotektohan. Ang pangangailangan ng karaniwang mamamayan ay sa ring pangangailangan ng ating mga kawal ng bayan. Bukod pa ito sa inaasahang makagamitan na dapat pong hawak ninyo sa pagtupad ng inyong tungkulin at sa pagtugon nga po sa mga pangangailangan ito, ang masasabi ko, malayo na tayo sa nagis ng sistema kung saan ang mismong nasa frontline na napagtatanggol sa bayan ay sila pang huling natututukan ng pamahalaan. Ang hangad po natin, bigyan lakas din kayo ng paunlarin ang inyong sarili at inyong pamilya. Patuloy tayong naglalatag na mga hakbang upang hindi kayo mapag-iwanan ng panahon sa kasanayan bilang sundalo at sa kakayahang itaguyod ang magandang kinabukasan. Tingnan na lang po natin ang mga rifling ginagamit ng ating kasundaluhan. Panahon pa raw ng Vietnam War ang marami sa mga ito. Ang good news, 63,000 na rifle para sa sandatahang lakas ang inaasahan nating mapa sa kamay na ninyo sa mga susunod na buwan. Sa pamamagitan nito, mapapagretiro na natin sa wakas ang mga rifling ginagamit na ng ating mga kawal bago pa naipanganak ang Siklab Diwa. Papakinabangan na rin natin at ng ating mga kawal ang mga modernong barko, 8 Sokol Combat Utility Helicopters, 3 Navy Helicopters at iba pang makabagong sasakyan. Bukod rito, kasado na rin ang pagbili natin ng 12 lead-in fighter trainer aircraft para sa ating territorial defense operation. Target din nating makaronda na sa ating papawirin ang dagdag pang 8 combat utility helicopters na gagamitin din para sa search and rescue and disaster relief missions pagdating po ng 2016. Magsisimula na rin ang bidding para sa pagbili ng 2 twin-engine naval anti-submarine helicopters. Bukod sa modernisasyon ng ating kasanduluan, nariyan din po ang sinusulong nating programang pabahay. Sa ngayon po, nasa 54,449 na abot kayang tahanan na ang ating naipagawa para sa mga membro ng ating mga uniformadong hanay. Naghahanap po yata si Governor Salceda ng parte ng Albay doon. Darating tayo dyan, Joey. Sa pagsasanib puwersa naman ng Department of Agriculture, Department of Agrarian Reform, Department of the Environment and Natural Resources, Department of the Interior and Local Government, the Department of National Defense. Umuusad na rin ang ating programang pangkabuhayan para sa ating maaktibo at retiradong kawal. Sa proyektong ito, ang mga lupain sa 3 kampo militar, sa Fort Magsaysay sa Nueva Ecija, sa Camp Kibaritan sa Bukidnon at sa Camp Peralta sa Capiz ay magsisilbing bukal ng kabuhayan ng mga sundalo, gaya ng plantasyon ng kawayan, kape, kakao at palm oil. Tunay pong sa pagangat ng ekonomiya ng bansa, mas nabibigyan tayo ng pagkakatong suklian ang serbisyo ng ating mga kawal ng bayan. Sa uli, malinaw po ang naghatid sa atin sa puntong ito. Ang kahandaang ialay ang ating sarili para sa kapakanan ng mas nakakarami. Sa bawat transaksyong papasukin ninyo bilang mga pinuno, nananalig akong hindi matitinag ng tukso ang inyong prinsipyo. Sa panahon ng kaguluhan o matinding delubyo, alam kong magsisilbi kayong sandigan ng lakas at katatagan ng sambayan ng Pilipino. Sa panahong malapit kayo sa peligro at malayo sa inyong pamilya, umaasa akong mangingibabaw ang inyong tibay, profesionalismo at tiwala sa poong may kapal. Ito po ang panawagan ko sa bawat kasapi ng Class Siklab Diwa. Itaas pa ninyo ang antas ng paglilingkod at integridad ng ating sandatahang lakas. Tiwala akong sa mga susunod na pagsubok na haharapin ng ating bansa, nariyan ang mga sundalong ikararangal ng lahing bayani sa diwang wagas. Nagmamalasakit, nagsisilbi, at kasama nating humakbang. Tungo po sa pangmatagalang kapayapaan at kaunlaran para sa lahat. Maraming salamat, maligayang pagtatapos sa inyo lahat. Muntik po natin nakaligtaan. Pinaalala po ng Secretary of National Defense at saka ng PMA Superintendent. In observance of the time-honored tradition of the Philippine Military Academy on the occasion of the graduation of PMA Siklab Diwa Class 2014, I, Benigno S. Aquino III, President of the Republic of the Philippines and Commander-in-Chief, Armed Forces of the Philippines, hereby pardon all outstanding punishments of the underclassmen, 2nd class, 3rd class, 4th class of the Cadet Corps of the Armed Forces of the Philippines as recommended by the Superintendent PMA effective today. Granted this 16th day of March, in the year of our Lord, 2014, at the PMA, Fort General Gregorio H. Del Pilar, Baguio City.
tanghali pong ito ng linggo mga kaibigan ay nagpapatuloy pa rin po ang graduation rites ng ika-109 na commencement exercises ng Philippine Military Academy dito po sa Fort del Pilar sa Borromeo Field. At kanina lamang ay narinig po natin ang talumpati ng ating mahal na Pangulo, Benigno S. Aquino III. At pagkatapos po ng talumpati ng ating Pangulo ay meron pa pong mga traditional na graduation rites na gagawin. Kabilang na po dyan ang Long Gray Line at aawitin din po ang Alma Mater song ng mga graduation ceremonies.
Cadet Corps Armed Forces of the Philippines. 4 years hence, 222 members will today join the ranks of the regular officer corps of the Armed Forces, 118 in the Philippine Army, 57 in the Philippine Navy, and 47 in the Philippine Air Force. True to its fervor for excellence, the PMA Siklab Diwa Class of 2014 has profoundly imbibed the culture of merit and achievement that the rigors of PMA education develops among its graduates. It takes pride in upholding women empowerment by having the first female brigade adjutant, Cadet Captain Kerlin K. Asuncion. Along with underclass members of the PMA Discussion and Debate Society, they have elevated PMA to the arena of national and international student debates by placing 7th in the National Debate Championship, first runner-up in the NDC 2013 Union Cup, and 6th in the Intramuros International Inter-Varsity Debates. The representation of Cadet First Captain Clint Achilles Ramos in the International Cadets Conference in Japan as a Peace and Cultural Ambassador has also earned diplomatic distinction for the class. Cadet First Class Armando C. Carillo's feat in the 42-kilometer run in the Subic International Marathon against undefeated Kenyan runners likewise set a laudable athletic record for the class. Siklab Diwa is the brand of PMA Class 2014. Siklab Diwa stands for Sundalong Ikararangal ng Lahing Bayani sa Diwang Wagas, soldiers of a proud nation of heroes with enduring spirit. Siklab is for the passion and ardor for the service that the class imbibed in their 4 years of training in the academy, and Diwa is for the essence of the core values of honor, courage, integrity, and loyalty that animate their ideals as cadets and now before you as officers of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Siklab Diwa is both a promise and a commitment to the Filipino people that the Philippine Military Academy shall carry on the mandate of training and educating professional officers for the noble task of securing the national territory and the sovereignty of the state.
The audience is requested to stand for the singing of the PME Alma Mater song.
Thank you. Please be seated. At this point, the new first captain leaves the corps in giving 3 cheers.
Let us give 3 cheers for those who leave us behind. The Siklab Diwa Class of 2014. Hep hep! Hep hep! Hep hep! Let us give 3 cheers for those who will be left behind. Hep hep! Hooray! Hep hep! Hooray! Hep hep! Hooray! Mga Pilipino, ang tabay! Bunot! Galing! Baba! Baba!
The new brigade commander orders the troops to pass in review. Ladies and gentlemen, passing review before you is the Cadet Corps Armed Forces of the Philippines, led by the Brigade Commander, Cadet First Captain Renato Carino from Quezon City, with his staff, Jinky Rowarin, Joel Beran, Leymar Tramos, Chris Mylem, John Clyde Anganan, Hector Jimenez, Steven Tali. The Philippine Military Academy Band under the baton of Technical Sergeant De Sahagun. First Battalion Commander Cadet First Class Keith Pascua from Pangasinan with his staff Linorid Cakayan, Robert De Guzman, Felix Sanchez, John Valihera, Joey Padrugado. Alpha Company Commander Cadet First Class Jomel Manila from Pangasinan with his staff Jen Adrian Gautani, John Paul Baksain, Coco Mashon. First Platoon Leader Cadet First Class Glenn Bacani from Bulacan. Second Platoon Leader Cadet First Class Joseph Padadera from Taguig City. Bravo Company Commander Cadet First Class Jonel Castillo from Isabela with his staff Marvin Durupan, Juliza Camposano, Benjamin Cantor. First Platoon Leader Cadet First Class Jolene Villagantol from General Santos City. Second Platoon Leader Cadet First Class Raymond Shali from Baguio City, with the company First Sergeant Cadet First Class Steve Pablo.
2nd Battalion Commander Cadet First Class Jeffrey Banuelos from Taguig with his staff Jeffrey Valencia, Mizar Martirez, John Paulo Riosa, Raymart Africa. Don Jonet Dominguez, Charlie Company Commander Cadet First Class Dwight Payusalan from Batuan City with his staff, Mark Pagkanlungan, Ashby Lowe, Elroy Larot, 1st Platoon Leader Cadet First Class Nathaniel Galeon. From Pampanga, 2nd Platoon Leader Cadet First Class Harvey Sardenia from Batuan City with the Company First Sergeant Cadet First Class Gerald Gasacao. Delta Company Commander Cadet First Class Brian Villanueva from General Santos City with his staff, Michael Imperial, Francis Bilardo, Kim Manuel Esperanza, 1st Platoon Leader Cadet First Class Elison Tinebro from Davao Realtan, 2nd Platoon Leader Cadet First Class Rizaldi Gabay from Taguig City with the Company First Sergeant Cadet First Class Joseph Stalin Fagsao. As the callers passing in front of you, may we request everyone to render the appropriate courtesy. You may sit down after the callers have passed. Ladies and gentlemen, the callers, led by the caller officer, Cadet First Class Christian Agustin from Tarlac City.
3rd Battalion Commander Cadet First Class Jason Hugo from Camarines Sur with his staff Eugene Ferraniel, Michael Diaz, Rahimar Bayucan, Carmelo Inolva, Jan Humawan. Echo Company Commander Cadet First Class Leo Gaitera from Iligan City with his staff Rachel Villaluz, John Mark Arundaya, Francis Ramirez. 1st Platoon Leader Cadet First Class Joanna Honanan from Valenzuela City. 2nd Platoon Leader Cadet First Class Danielo Figueras from Bohol with the Company First Sergeant Dave Ferrer. Foxtrot Company Commander Cadet First Class Cesar Tabion from South Cotabato with his staff Maria Ofelia Grace Ramos, Justine Teves, Wylon Waki. 1st Platoon Leader Cadet First Class Kaizan Takan from Taguig. 2nd Platoon Leader Cadet First Class Ariel Sahulan from Bohol with the Company First Sergeant Hans Luneza. 4th Battalion Commander Cadet First Class Dexter Correa from Surigao del Sur with his staff Christian Tipay, Alex Capistrano, Jefferson Sacopla, Carlo Victor Manasan, Prime Angelo Abuan. Golf Company Commander Cadet First Class Nico Tarayaw from Isabela with his staff Lawrence Aurelio, Miguel Alejo, Jean Buenaventura. 1st Platoon Leader Cadet First Class Christian Joaquino from South Cotabato. 2nd Platoon Leader Cadet First Class Kevin Ferratilla with the Company First Sergeant June Perry Magno. Hawk Company Commander Cadet First Class Mark De Castro from Batangas with his staff Patricio Poblador, Giovanni Payomo, Cyronil Andoe. 1st Platoon Leader Cadet First Class Gary Awingan from Mountain Province. 2nd Platoon Leader Cadet First Class John Ray Pederer from Ginoog City with the Company First Sergeant Cadet First Class Edan Espaliardo.
That concludes our commencement exercises. On behalf of the Superintendent, Major General Oscar P. Lopez, Armed Forces of the Philippines, the Commandant of Cadets, Colonel Rosano D. Brigas, Philippine Air Force General Staff Corps, and the Dean of Academics, Colonel Joseph P. Villanueva, Corps of Professors, General Staff Corps. We thank you all for being part of another milestone in the history of the Philippine Military Academy. To our graduates, we bid you farewell and God bless. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.